Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA. One of our top stocks here. We like this one. We ranked #1 for it on YouTube, and we're ranking #1 today on Google as well, right at the very top. Very, very exciting for the channel. NVIDIA is a very interesting stock right now. I love it. It's going to take my portfolio to $150,000 by the end of the year, and I'm currently running at 134. So that's about 15 grand by the end of the year. How am I going to do it? You bet your life I'm going to do it. NVIDIA, however, is good value right now. PE, forward PE, improving, but some big drama. And we're making this live 1.5 minutes before the bell goes. I will cover this live on the bell. So stand by to go to the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah. There it is. We're going to cover this live. NVIDIA today, let me come back to it, is going to be volatile going into the end of the year. We said it would go through 140. It did. We said it's going to 200. It will within 12 months, which is now about 9 months. But I've got some news for you, and we're going to cover this throughout the news, throughout the opening bell. 1 minute for the bell open. Right now, all the factor grades are excellent for NVIDIA. If you want all of my Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread, we've got Black Friday deals, links in the chat, and also below the video. These are all good. We've known this for ages. Everything's fine, solid. The forward PE is very, very solid. The forward PE, which is the way we like to look forward on the valuation, is good. 47 times earnings. It's improving. We like that. That's good. However, get ready for this. Chinese industry group says US chips are no longer safe. Report. We've got an attack from China now on US chips, trying to encourage people not to buy US chips, which is quite funny considering that NVIDIA actually supply China. It's quite funny. Anyway, it's all going on at the moment. We're going to cover that news as we ring the bell, because it's going to be a volatile day and a volatile week for NVIDIA, but we're all going to win in 3, 2, 1.
They have Google. They have Microsoft. They are in a game set match again. Everybody else.
We're looking at some earnings today. We're also concerned about Intel as well.
It's like, you know,
here we go. Let's ring the bell. Let's watch NVIDIA. NVIDIA is going up, 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 up. Volatile day today. Let's ring it again. We love it, love it, love it. Okay, there she goes. A lot of volatility today. How did he know this? What does Martyn Lucas know? How could he possibly know it was going to move like that? Well, anyway, there's lots of volatility today, and there's basically a China war going on now. And Donald Trump has a bit to say for this, so you can imagine. Of course, the stock is going to be higher. The country is going to be better. Everything's going to be the best it's ever been, ever, ever, ever in the history of the world. As we watch NVIDIA on the bell fly up, my portfolio is going straight to $150,000. I told you before the show we would get massive volatility today and this week, and you're watching it. Literally, I called it. How did he know what's going on? Let's read the news. Well, this is all happening live right now. It adds to the Korea situation as well. We've got a drama going on in Korea as well. Let me bring up the whole story. Look at this. AMD, NVIDIA, others in focus as China chip associations call US processors unsafe. However, they're quite happy to buy NVIDIA chips, which is quite ironic, really. Anyway, we've got this going on. Now, we've got this big issue at the moment because of what happened yesterday with South Korea, this potential overthrow of the government and so on and so forth is now leading to an impeachment, and that's all very well and good, but it's made the rest of Europe very, very nervous because other states, other countries are fearful that this could happen to them. So it's providing a lot of volatility and instability, but this is great if you are an investor. You could have just trimmed off the top there for NVIDIA. Look, here it goes. Look at that. Straight up, straight back down. Take some profit, buy back more. Remember, the forward PE ratio is good. Let me cover more of the news. AMD, NVIDIA were among the US semiconductor companies were in focus on Tuesday. This is last night. as 4 Chinese semiconductor industry associations said processors made in the US are no longer safe in response to the newly enacted export control curbs by the Biden administration. All of this is about to change, of course. Donald Trump's about to come into power, and we're going to get even more volatility. Now, the company are doing well. I'm very interested in the what's the word I'm looking for? The retail user now, with all the products that are going to filter through. We've been focused on enterprise for the longest time. That's money spent within other industries. So, you know, Google and Amazon and all the rest of it buying from each other. But we also want to see it feed down into retail. And we will. We'll see things like IonQ, which we like, but it's just too early, too expensive. We'll see AI coming into new computers and new processors and all this kind of stuff. I know we see the game chips now, but I'm talking about mainstream. Look at the, what do they call it? The Vigado, whatever it was. We're seeing people use that in the music industry. There's lots of great stuff on the horizon, but this is what I want to talk about, which is going to provide the volatility for the company going into all of that on the next earnings, which of course we'll cover. And we're also going to cover the FOMC report. Expect a rate cut of 0.25 on, I think it's the 19th of December. And of course, we're going to be there live for it, as we always are. Won't be one of our biggest shows. The comments came from groups including Internet Society of China and the China Association of Communication Enterprises. In total, the 4 groups, which released similarly worded statements right after each other, represent roughly 6,400 members combined. The statements did not say why US processors are unsafe or unreliable. Yeah, we'd like to say it, but we don't know why, but we'll say it anyway. It's going to get on the news. Martyn Lucas is going to cover it. It's going to rank number 1. Is it going to do any harm to NVIDIA? No, it presents opportunity. I love it. NVIDIA, which reported third quarter results late last month, said it saw data center revenue in China grow sequentially due to shipments of export compliant copper products to industries. AMD said it is underrepresented in China in the server CPU market and believes it may have an opportunity to gain share in the Asian country. Intel, which also has exposure to China, I wouldn't even be touching Intel, said it was 50% drop in shipments in the country in its most recent quarter. Separately on Tuesday, China's Commerce Ministry banned exports of dual-use items related to gallium, germanium, and antimony and super hard materials to the US with immediate effect. All right, now we're going to talk about the Donald Trump situation in a second and how all of this works, and some really interesting stuff now. So there you go. Look at NVIDIA this morning. A lot of volatility is now going down. Hope you took some profit there. Just a little trim on the pot. Buy back more. Anything around this price is good value anyway, so that's fine. I don't know if we really want to talk about this too much. NASDAQ SME closed with fresh record highs as tech passes gains. The Dow slips. S&P 500 is still my favorite stock. I'm not going to go into much here. I don't think there's that much I really want to talk about here. There was this here. We just had the transcript. I've been reading through this pre-show this morning. Very interesting transcript just out from NVIDIA. It's far too long for me to cover. So if you want access to this, I'll give you a link to this. This is my Seeking Alpha. We've got a Black Friday deal at the moment. You can get access to this. You get a free trial. So you can get the free trial, go and test it out, have a look at it. Links are below and in the chat. I haven't got time to go through all of that. But this is what I'm going to say. And I've had first-hand experience of this. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to get a Santa rally. And then, of course, we have the tax sell-offs. But, I mean, tax write-offs, everyone's making money. What sort of January is it going to be this year? Not really. Who's lost any money this year? Well, I have. I remember I did it on purpose. Most people wouldn't do that, but I did that on purpose to demonstrate how it works. Anyway, that's beside the point. Between now and the end of the year, as we get closer and closer to Inauguration Day with Donald Trump, we're going to get a lot of this firepower backwards and forwards. We've got Korea now presenting an issue as well. A lot of instability. Poor old Ukraine. Looks like Ukraine are going to be thrown under the bus by Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to end the war, say he ended the war. It's because of him he ended the war. And I feel that Ukraine will be thrown under the bus. They will lose half their land and try and renegotiate it back over the next 50 years, but at least people will stop dying. but that won't be too good. It's not really a win. We're just going to give in to Russia. I think Donald Trump will say, I've ended the war. Well, you didn't really end the war. Ukraine just accepted losing half their country and you were on the watch while they did it. Very, very sad situation. However, between now and the end of the year, we're going to get all these trade threats and so on and so forth. But let me tell you one thing, and I've experienced this firsthand with my travels around the world. Business always survives. More millionaires and billionaires are created during wars, world wars, than any other time in history. It doesn't matter what Donald Trump says about tariffs and all the rest of it. Yes, it affects inflation. It puts the price up of things. It creates tension. It creates volatility. But that's exactly, as an investor, what I want. I want to be able to buy the great businesses at better prices. So like I said today, trim off NVIDIA, buy it back now. You're saving money. You're making money. You're adding to your position. It's not cheap enough yet for me to buy more of the S&P. I'm hoping to do so, but I'm not there yet. No matter what tariffs and what restrictions you find, capitalism, money, business always finds a way to solve it, no matter. We've seen it with EVs. The government resisted EVs. The government resisted solar. But yet businesses, independent businesses and smart people, I mean, not calling myself smart or anything, but I put solar on my house years ago and my house now runs for free and pays me an income. All right, over in England, I'm talking about. And even though people were saying it's a waste of time and yada, 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 businesses, high data centers, NVIDIAs of the world, so on and so forth, they will continue to innovate because they can improve their efficiency. At NVIDIA, AI, the underlying word which never gets talked about is efficiency. And money and investors look for efficiency. We often talk about how come cancer is not cured and all the rest of it, because the people that put the money into the research want to make a profit. And as sad as it might seem, they don't want to come out with a cure tomorrow. Awful as it is, that's how capitalism works. Well, as an investor, that plays into your favor. We want volatility. Let all the politicians play their games. Let them all flex their muscles. Who's the biggest? Who's the smartest? The real money just sits in the background and takes advantage of it and builds out its business. No matter what happens with the China war, the people in China, the businesses in China want NVIDIA chips because NVIDIA chips represents profit and efficiency, which means they grow, they do well, they gain power, that wins for them. And the government won't stand by idly either and miss out for a principle. So all of this muscle flexing about China, trade wars, tariffs, South Korea, the very unpleasant situation in Ukraine, all of this presents me, an investor, with an opportunity. And I can demonstrate that just as I end this video out today. I'll demonstrate this. This is my portfolio, breaking records again, up again. Going to hit 150,000 by the end of the year. Despite that, and this shows you the power of diversity, but not exaggerated, pointless, random diversity, but well thought out plays. If you look at my IRA. Look at this. Look at this. This is perfect. This is my overall balance, right? There's my main position. There's my Roth IRA. And there is my overall balance. I'm still up. I'm still breaking all-time records. Yet Coca-Cola, which is the only thing that's in my IRA, is going down and down and down. How many times have I said Coca-Cola is now being oversold to buy back in the new year? It's the best value stock you can buy now. Look at it. Look at it. Keep going down and down and down. Look at that. There's my dividend. Hey, there's my dividend just arrived. Woohoo! $205. Keep on going down and down and down. Please keep going down. On the 1st of January, I'm going to be buying $8,000 of Coca-Cola, getting a 3% match, about $250, free from Robinhood. The dip's going to get lower, the position's going to get lower, and it's going to outperform my S&P in the first quarter of next year. Keep on going down. So despite it going down so much, that's $28,000, folks. That's not, it's not a couple of bucks. Look, I put 28 grand in. I'm down to 26. I know I've lost 1,600. Have I lost it? Of course I haven't. I'm going to make money from Coca-Cola. It's being sold to buy back in January. Despite that, I'm still up. Look, isn't this fantastic? There you go. That demonstrates in real time the power of diversity, not just loosely placed, but well planned out, and consistently buying the assets that you want to own. So I'm going to close this out. NVIDIA, like we said, would be volatile today. It pop and drop, and it did. It popped and dropped. I hope you took the profit. I hope you're now buying back. 140 is a good forward PE ratio. I like it. Keep winning. Never lose. My last message on this video. Please, 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 if you only do one thing in investing, focus on not losing money, using your soldiers to build your moat around your castle, and you make money by default. If your mantra and your goal is chasing money and trying to win, you lose. Focus on building the foundations, a solid foundation to the center of the earth, not the tinsel and the silly Christmas lights on your roof. Doesn't matter. In England, we like to build foundations. We have castles and stately homes, hundreds, 1,000 years old, built out of granite. Take the time, have the patience, build a solid grounding, and then all the fluff and the noise and the hoo-has on the top have no bother to you at all. You sleep well at night and you're not bothered. Don't chase to make profit. Chase, if you want to protect your money and never lose. As I've always said, and I demonstrate every day, it's easy as falling off a log making money. Easy. Work harder than anyone else, provide a service, invest in quality, you will win. You can't lose. The hard part is to keep your money when you chase profits. Simple as that. And if you'd like to see today what ranked number one in the world on Google, not YouTube, we're very proud of our sensei providing a review analysis that beat all the big news channels, News BTQ, Cointelegraph, Crypto News, Bitcoinist, Crypto News, CoinGate, you name it. We beat them all. Go and check that out. I'll give you the link for that at the end. Have a great day, NVIDIA. What a great opportunity. I hope you made some money there, but ride it out. Life is good. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. All the links to Alpha Spread and Seeking Alpha with Black Friday deals. Over here, I'm going to put our ranking Sensei Crypto, who's got the number one XRP on Google this morning, right there. Go and check him out. You cannot miss it. The best analysis on technical analysis on XRP. We love him. Ranking number one in the world on Google, not just YouTube. Down here, I shall put the playlist for NVIDIA. And join us very soon, not only with the NVIDIA earnings, but the FOMC report will be live. Wow, how exciting is that going to be just before Christmas Eve? Santa Rally's here. Take care of yourselves and each other.